Thank you for tuning in to Amaris B podcast. I am Dr. Ivan Puah, and I founded Amaris B Clinic in 2004. I am an MOH accredited liposuction doctor and medical aesthetics doctor based in Singapore. I have been trained directly under Dr. Alfredo Hoyos and Dr. John Millard for basal liposuction, Dr. Pierre Fournier for liposculpture, fat grafting, and thread lift. Also by Dr. Delgado for dedicated surgical training in gynecomastia surgery in San Francisco.
I'm an advocate of natural looking results. In order to achieve a natural looking, more subtle results, we have to understand what's actually needed and required for patients with different needs. First of all, we have to understand the biology of aging. So as we age from 20 to 30s to 40s and so on, we have to know that the skin changes, the volume reduction, volume changes, the bony changes, so on and so forth, so that we can reverse and replace those changes and make them look like they hardly age or look slightly younger than before. The objective is not to change them or to make them look different, but it's make them look like they are looking younger or even being frozen in their look as they age, so that by 20 or 30 years later, they look exactly the same as they were about 10, 20 years ago. And next is to do a comprehensive improvements on different parts, different layers of the face. For example, from the skin, we have to address the pigmentational changes, the scars and the lines. And then we go towards deeper into the subcutaneous tissue where the wrinkles and the folds are. So the next step, we have to understand what is needed to improve one's face and appearance. We have to look at it from different layers, from the more superficial layers such as the skin surfaces, which involves pigmentary changes, pores and scars, to a slightly deeper layer which creates folds or wrinkles. So in order to achieve a more subtle natural improvements, we can start from the most superficial layer by improving the pigmentary changes, scars with various treatments such as laser, microdermabrasion, peel, and so on and so forth. And next, how about wrinkles and folds and creases? The most obvious and most popular treatment that most people have heard of is Botox and fillers. If it's done correctly, we can erase or reduce signs of aging by making you look natural. Doesn't mean that you have no lines or wrinkles, but much more reduced and look more natural. And last but not least, your skin will start to get loose and your face will droop. To reverse or to stop that, tightening treatment is required to tighten and to lift your face. And with all these treatments done separately over a period of time, then we are able to maintain your look in a more natural, in a more undetectable changes. On the other hand, for people who had unsatisfactory facial features such as a weaker chin, a flatter nose, double chin, and so on and so forth, there are treatments that can be done to improve and enhance them in a more natural looking way, to make them more acceptable to the patients, but yet it looks natural and undetectable to others. So for example, facial fat grafting, fillers, and so on can be done in a very natural way to enhance the facial features. And fillers can be done for nose, and liposuction can be done to reduce double chin and to enhance the facial framing and contours. These are things that, if it's done properly, can produce a more natural results for patients who require them. So as for the body, there are treatments that can be done to enhance and improve features with natural looking results. For example, breast augmentations with fat or rather than silicones produce more natural looking, lasting, permanent results. For breast enhancement, fat grafting usually produces more natural looking and soft and more lasting results than silicones or saline implants. A liposuction for body and gynecomastia for man boobs is also done in a way to produce a more natural, more optimal body shape and contour. If it's done properly, not only will enhance the proportion and shapes, it can be completely natural looking without being detectable by others looking at you. Undetectable treatment doesn't mean that you have no results or minimal results, but often the results are pretty significant and noticeable.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the podcast today. If you do have any questions, please feel free to send it to us. We'll be glad to answer all of them. See you again.